Today, I want to talk to you about family celebrations, milestones, weddings, funerals, and why they should be part of your memoir. He- Today, my husband is helping pick up huge cast iron pots that will be put over an open fire at 5 o'clock in the morning. And this is for what's happening at our church this weekend. It's called the annual Ham and Bean Feed. And I think this ham and bean feed is a great example of a community celebration, that one of those celebrations that can be memorable and important parts of our lives. Now, some die-hard volunteers tomorrow morning are going to be cooking and stirring seasoned ham and navy beans over an open fire until at least 11 o'clock when serving begins. Yesterday and today, some local women spent hours baking pies in the church kitchen, and some of us have been making cakes and pies in our own home. I've spent all week baking cornbread muffins, 108 servings of them, putting some of them in the freezer. I made a batch this morning, have another batch to make this afternoon. Um, and Helen, the organizer of the bean feed, I know she made at least as many as I did, possibly more, in her kitchen. Now, by the time 4 o'clock rolls around tomorrow afternoon, all these volunteers are going to be ready for a rest. But I do think we'll all be very satisfied that we've continued a tradition that started 35 years ago and has generated lots of friendships and precious memories over those years. Think about the community celebrations that you've helped with or attended with your family and friends. What kinds of memories do you have of those times? Do you have photos? Are the memories important enough to be included in your memoir? What about the tastes and smells and sounds of those celebrations? Yeah, those sensory details should be included if you document your celebrations. Other celebrations and milestones you might consider documenting include family reunions, weddings, even funerals. What were the high points of those events? The family of my late cousin Mike held a celebration of his life a few weekends ago, and while I was unable to attend, I saw the photos that family members posted afterwards. And oh my gosh, was it ever a unique celebration! Mike was really into fireworks, professional pyrotechnician, I guess that's what you call it. and The lake near their home was the setting for a picnic and the celebration of life. And it included family members writing their favorite memories of Mike and putting them in Japanese lanterns and launching them on the lake. And of course, the evening ended with fireworks. On a more personal note, a quieter celebration. Uh, Yesterday, my husband and I celebrated 5 years of marriage. It was a busy day for both of us because we were getting ready for this ham and bean feed this weekend. But we did manage to squeeze in an early dinner at the same restaurant we ate at following our private wedding ceremony. Then we came home and watched the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Denver Broncos, but only after I sneaked off to church for choir practice for an hour. As old as we are, uh, we've outgrown the need to get each other an anniversary gift and add to the accumulation of things our kids will have to clear out of the house after we're gone. But we do exchange meaningful cards, and sometimes I give him the gift of something I've written just for him. 2 years after we married, I wrote a poem that I revised just this morning, and I'm going to share it with you now. This poem is called Late Life Marriage. I was 69, and he just 4 months younger when we took that clandestine trip to the altar. I guess we needed to satisfy our mutual hunger for companionship, so we rushed in without falter. It's been 5 years now, but both of us have found we're partners and friends, like a good sister and brother. We're on solid footing and have much common ground. Yeah, we seem to go pretty darn well with each other. We're both blessed because our lives are slanted straight into winds that could buffet and haunt. We even manage to take each other for granted. and have found late life marriage something to flaunt. Friends told us, after we'd each lost our spouses, not to sit out the rest of our lives being shy. Go ahead, take a risk. Combine your two houses, and forget about taking a marriage tournament bye. Though set in our ways, each carrying our own baggage, overall we get along fine, kind of like carrots and cabbage. He fixes breakfast and lets me follow my passion for writing and reading and social media action. In turn, I don't complain when he heads out to help a neighbor with a project that requires his expertise. My husband quickly responds to needs others have felt, often ahead of honeydews at home, and I hate to ask, please. Even though he's retired without work, he gets nervous. A former military man, he lives to be of service. We've learned to make allowances, each for the other, me for his hoarding and him for my late husband's stepmother. Even through the recent challenges of social isolation, who better to share the platform of our pandemic stations? We're so fortunate that we've built a love, mature, that marriage togetherness feels like an old age cure. I hope that you will consider sharing your own gift of writing with someone that you love, or certainly leaving it in the form of a memoir. In the meantime, have a great weekend, stay warm, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.